In today's news, we'll discuss a new pharmacology minor and new challenge to conquer the cold.
We'll also take a look at the recent folk festival and new data center near Ann Arbor.
All that and more on this week's episode of Newsfeed.
Hello, welcome to Newsfeed. I'm Bridget Chan.
And I'm Isabella Puccio.
At the beginning of the semester, the University of Michigan's Department of Pharmacology began offering a new undergraduate minor. Students can declare this minor in pharmacology to learn more about pharmaceutical drugs and their impacts on living systems.
This minor consists of a minimum of 15 credits, including 9 core credit classes and 6 elective credits ranging in the departments of chemistry, biology, neuroscience, and biophysics. Students of many career aspirations are encouraged to learn more about this new minor offering.
University officials say the new minor is designed to give undergraduates early exposure to pharmacology and its real-world applications. Faculty and alumni note that the program can benefit students interested in medicine, research, biotechnology, and industry by building foundational knowledge and transferable skills before graduate study or entering the workforce.
Despite below zero temperatures and dangerous wind chills, Ann Arbor residents continue to face the cold during their daily commutes. The National Weather Service warns that these conditions can increase risk of hypothermia and frostbite, yet many people are still traveling through the city on foot, by bike, or by bus.
From January 12th to February 12th, the city is promoting sustainable transportation through this year's Conquer the Cold Challenge. This month-long event is organized by the Get Downtown initiative and encourages residents to log green travel instead of driving.
Participants record their trips using the challenge platform, including walking, biking, and taking public transportation. Last year, hundreds of participants logged thousands of trips, covering tens of thousands of miles without driving and saving thousands of gallons of gas.
The Ann Arbor Folk Festival took place this past weekend. My co-anchor Isabella was on the field for more.
The Ark is a nonprofit music venue located in downtown Ann Arbor. This year, the Ark hosts its 49th annual Folk Festival at Hill Auditorium. The festival has hosted big music names in the industry and presents a musical experience unlike any other in the area. This year's artists include Amos Lee, Doss, the Crane Wives, Rabbitology, and many more. A great event for the community and arts scene in Ann Arbor. I spoke with some of the facilitators of the event and a few artists to learn more.
I'm Dan.
I'm Emily.
My name is Kate.
And I'm Ben.
We started off as an acoustic folk band with 5 members and a banjo player, but over the years we kind of shifted more towards like a rock pop direction.
Yeah, so I'm known as Rabbitology, and I make folktronica music, so I combine elements of electronica and folk to make a weird little mix in between everything.
Why is the folk festival so important to you guys?
I think this year is particularly important because we played the folk festival in 2014. It's like a celebration of how far we've come to come back to the festival and perform again.
I think folk music is all about accessibility. Anyone can be a folk artist, and I think it's important to me because my folk music isn't quite the definition of what you think of when you make folk, and I'm hoping that by performing I can show younger artists that there's other ways to go about making music.
My name is Melissa McKinney. I am the digital media strategist here at the ARC, so I'm the one that's in charge of all of our social media management, all of our Google ads, basically trying to get people into the venue.
My name is Michael Lippert. I'm the house manager for the ARC, and so I wear 2 hats at the ARC. I'm the volunteer manager. We have over 100 volunteers here putting on the folk festival, and I manage all the shows at the ARC.
So what are some of the challenges faced in planning something like this?
There's always challenges when you are promoting a folk festival or when you're programming any type of live show. I mean, there's always things that are going to go wrong. Right now, live music, live events in general is experiencing just a huge shift since COVID. So the independent music scene has been struggling a lot, and it has affected a lot of venues across the United States and across the world.
What is your hope for the future of this event?
20 years ago when I was a student, I came to this event, but you look around, there's not that many students. Our audience is getting older, and that's okay, but I think it's really important to bring in new generations of music fans, and so for us, that's thinking about like how folk evolves.
So why is the Folk Festival so important to the Ann Arbor community?
So the Folk Festival, like I said, has been around for 49 years, and it is our largest fundraiser. The ARC is ran primarily by volunteers. We keep our doors open through donations and memberships. So with just being a nonprofit, it's just super important that we continue to be able to have people that are supporting our venue. The Folk Festival also is a place where artists are able to come together and share their music, whether they're emerging artists or whether they're big artists.
The ARC's mission is to enrich the human spirit. And I think we get to do that all weekend, and that we come together, have incredible music, and think about what's going on, and that's important for the world right now.
Thank you so much to the artist and administration for talking with us today. Once again, I'm Isabella Puccio with Wolf TV.
What a great experience. Stay tuned for the full coverage coming later this week. OpenAI is partnering with Related Digital and Oracle, planning to open a $7 billion data center in Saline Township titled The Barn.
Construction is set to begin around early 2026 and cover around 250 acres of rural Saline Township.
The complex will draw an estimated 1.4 gigawatts of electricity. This is one of the biggest power uses in Michigan history. CBS broadcasted the 67th Grammys with host Trevor Noah.
Kendrick Lamar and SZA won Record of the Year for their song Luther, presented by Cher, alongside his 9 nominations and 5 other wins for the evening, making it a monumental night for his career.
Bad Bunny won Album of the Year with his album Debí Tirar Más Fotos, the first Spanish-language album to win Album of the Year. Bad Bunny was unable to perform at the Grammys as he's the upcoming Super Bowl halftime performer.
Olivia Dean won Best Artist and Billie Eilish won Song of the Year with her song Wildflower.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Newsfeed.
Follow Wolf TV UMich on Instagram for more, and as always,
Go Blue!